Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Just Simply Sports here with me. I am Kaja. If you are new here, I welcome you. Please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're not new, you have been here with me throughout this entire NFL season, or you came somewhere in the middle. I don't care which one. I appreciate your continued support, you guys. We are finally here. This is going to be it for the NFL season. Super Bowl weekend is officially here. Go Eagles, fly Eagles, fly. No more Chiefs, no three-peat. Fingers crossed. No, for real. All jokes aside, a lot of conversation here on my channel for the past few months regarding MVP, who should win it, who's more deserving, MV3, Lamar Action Jackson, or Josh Allen. And last night, Josh Allen was officially announced as the NFL Honors NFL MVP.
I know this is an individual award and it says most valuable player on it, but I think it's derived from team success, and I love my team. D-Doc, thank you for presenting. I really appreciate it. We got such a great locker room in Buffalo, and it takes everybody from the equipment staff to the training room to the strength staff, to Slick Rick in the mail room to the cafeteria upstairs. It truly takes everybody to have team success, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of a great organization.
Congratulations to Josh Allen. I absolutely loved everything about his speech. It was classy. He showed such grace, such poise, humility for his teammates, a lot of gratitude, appreciation to the Bills organization, his parents for being there all those years, and his fiance, of course. I played you guys a clip just for time purposes, but I always love people who show honor and high character and integrity. I thought it was really big of him to say things that he said, you know what I mean? Um, but now, a lot of you guys I saw a lot of positive things about Josh. I saw a lot of negative things. You guys, two things can be true. We absolutely can have, and we do have two quarterbacks who are both dynamic and exceptional in their organizations. Josh, personally for me, was the winner because he has to do more and he has to do it with less. I know you guys keep saying it's unfair to discredit Lamar for who he has around him. I'm not looking at it as a discredit. However, you can't ignore it. I'll put it like that. In other sports, I use basketball as an example. When Kevin Durant left OKC and he went to Golden State, and he did win the championship not once but twice, almost a three-peat, but he got hurt. Even up to this day, people still say, let's see Kevin Durant win one on his own because he did it with the greatness of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, so on and so forth. We don't say that about LeBron James, though. LeBron James was in Cleveland. He could have gotten it done the first time, those years in the beginning of his career. He left. He went to Miami, and he won there with the greatness of Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Once he finally won it there, then he went back with what he had learned and already now being an NBA championship winner and then taking it back to Cleveland and doing what he said he was going to do and bring the city a championship. But he did it again with more great players, either with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, and so on and so forth. I said it to say, iron sharpens iron. It makes it a lot easier when you have players around you who are just as talented as you are. You don't have to do as much. Josh, to me, and I'm not saying this with any kind of disrespect because professional athletes, whether you're on the bench, you're a starter, you're still a professional athlete, and it still takes years and a high level of talent to even get there in the first place. So I'm not discrediting anybody, right? But you look at the Ravens roster, right, top to bottom, as the way it's constructed right now today, the Bills, the way it's constructed now, top to bottom today, you would say, I'm taking that roster over the Bills roster. You absolutely would say that. Why? Because they have stronger talent on that side. It's not taking it away from Lamar because Lamar is phenomenal. I absolutely love to see his growth every single season to me. I honestly feel like when it's all said and done, I feel like he may have just surpassed Patrick Mahomes, Josh, and Joe in terms of talent because every single year you see his talent reach new heights. Like, I have no idea what Lamar's ceiling is because he just continues to surpass himself and evolve every single season. But it's not even about the stats, it's about the most valuable player. And I really feel like in my heart, Josh Allen is more valuable or the most valuable in terms of this season. I say that because look at who Josh had around him this season. Half of the players on the team, you guys didn't even really know. You know what I mean? You guys knew James Cook really. You knew Keon Coleman, a rookie, because of his funny, interviews coming into the season, getting to know him as a rookie. But people said, why would they take Keon Coleman over Xavier Worthy? Look at he had the fastest combine time, all these different things. They gave him to the Chiefs, all these different things, right? You said that for a reason. And they took Keon Coleman, and he had a good rookie season. He didn't have like this breakout rookie season, right? It wasn't the Jaden Daniels, rookie season, but still good. All in all, it's still a good season nonetheless. I said that to say, when you watch Josh and you watch what he does, and you watch also, he also grew himself, he also evolved. There was a point where Josh was always, he always felt like he had to do a whole bunch, right? He would put on Superman cape and he would force throws and do things that he just did not need to do, even when he had, I guess, superstar talent, around him, Stephon Diggs. And you look at him now and the leaps that he took over the summer, and you look at his poise, you look at his decision making, and as fast as the ball is released sometimes, it's also very specific, and it's not just thrown for the sake of just trying to make a play and be the hero. You know what I mean? I look at how he brought I don't say brought, I look at how he leveled everybody up, and it made you feel like the people that he had around him. I'm not going to go on a list of players, you guys. But it made you feel like the caliber of talent that he had around him was super freaking talented. You know what I mean? No, we can't forget, like, Von Miller missed half of the season, and he has not been the Von Miller of old. He got suspended for some games. You know what I mean? You wouldn't say DeMar Hamlin is a future Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Like, and there's no disrespect to DeMar Hamlin. He's great. He's talented. But I don't think most people look at him and say he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to be funny. You think about Micah Hyde, who had missed some time, Milano, you know what I mean? These are all crucial parts of their team. They lost, what, 9 captains. They lost a lot of pieces, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the Ravens didn't, their coaches went on to do different things and so on and so forth. They had a coach that passed away, but they were able to bounce back because they have such strong talent already. They're very well coached. And then on top of that, they brought in someone like Derrick Henry. The Bills didn't really make any moves that much in the offseason. So much so, it was like, if Josh Allen could pull something off and even get them to the playoffs, you know what I mean? Forget MVP. If he can get them to the playoffs, then we should give him MVP for even doing what he's doing without. People didn't really expect anything from Josh, and I feel like expectations can be a killer because for Lamar, because he already won 2 MVPs, people are going to expect you to do great things. That's just what comes with greatness. They expect great things. Now the conversation will change about Josh a little bit more because now he's MVP winner, and they will expect him to do more, and to accomplish more as the season continues. But a lot of conversation surrounding stats, you guys. It's not a stat award. You know what I mean? At least from my personal opinion, it's not about the stats. It's about the value and what Josh was able to accomplish and the way he brought his team up. You know what I mean? To the success that they did. Only team to beat the Chiefs throughout the regular season, which he always does for the most part. Also taking down that high-powered offense in Detroit. You know what I mean? For him to do what he did with the players around him, to me, iron sharpens iron, right? And he also, I think it was also his belief in a team around him. A few of them spoke out about his character and just how he leads the team. And the fact of the matter is that when you have someone who leads the pack and the way they talk to you, when they treat you, at least from my perspective, even if you are a non-believer or you're less confident or you don't feel like you could be a third string guy, but when you have a quarterback who's that talented and a coach that believes in you and they treat you like, and they put the trust in you like you are a first rounder, you know what I mean? It brings out a different side of you. To bring out the greatness that was within the rest of that locker room and take them to the AFC Championship, to me, that is part of why I say he's the most valuable player. And I'm not saying that Lamar is not valuable. Again, do not get me wrong, but it is most valuable to me. I can't say, oh, well, Lamar had better stats, so I'm going to give it to Lamar. Because respectfully, last season, when Josh had the better stats, it still went to Lamar, right? You know what I mean? It was, oh, well, Lamar has the better team, had the better record, and so on and so forth. Josh had the better stats. He had more touchdowns, all these different things, but, oh, he had more turnovers. Oh, the record's 11-6, all these different things. So I feel like we can't go back and forth. If we're going to go by stats, if it's only going by stats, then hell, Joe Burrow should have won the award, right? You know what I mean? If that's the case. And Jalen Hurts was not even in the conversation. But Saquon Barkley had a complete breakout year that I don't think he would have had if he had stayed in New York Giants with Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? It's because of the system that he's in, we get to really see how talented he's in. So all these different things, systems make a difference. But when you have a quarterback um, who has to do more, who has to carry more weight, Josh can't afford to have an off game. Think about that game they played against the Ravens early in the season. That was 35-10. You look at how lopsided it was, right? I mean, they could not stop Derrick Henry. They could not do anything with him. They just ran roughshod on him in that game, right? Because Josh was having an awful night that game. Awful, awful, awful. The team scored no more than 10 points. It wasn't, you know what I mean? You think about it, those things do make a difference, you guys. You know, Derrick Henry had the season that he had because he has Lamar and vice versa. Those things work hand in hand, you guys. Again, I don't want to be too long-winded, and I'm sure you guys may agree, you may feel differently. I'm okay with it. But most value to me, I think Josh absolutely deserved this award. I don't feel like it was just given to him for the sake of giving it to him. At least not from my personal perspective. I love what he was able to do with Buffalo this season. I'm excited to see what they do next season. Hopefully they get some more talent on that side, you know, some youth on that side as well. But we'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, what do you guys think about this situation? I look forward to reading your comments, and of course I respond. See you next video.